I'll get notices out to everybody. Say, hey, I slipped through my card. Oh, well. And 2 down, 1 to go. And there we go. That one's on or in the it has been sent. So let's go take a look at puzzles. Now today we are doing puzzle 638. It is the 38th day of the year. So let me get that loaded up here. Some cells with not a lot of data in them. Not some 6. Every cell has something in it. Okay. Not looking at any cells that are completely empty. I've had those before a lot of times. Earlier this week I had. And theoretically that could have been yesterday, but not so much. I think it was, or maybe it was last week. I could have that wrong. All right. Again, you get about 20 seconds from when I hit the check mark and it validates before I will start solving. And I am not waiting until 5 o'clock. I'm done before 5 o'clock. We validated. We got 5 seconds on, or well, 10 seconds on almost now. All right. Another 3, 2, 1, and here we go. All right. So, one in one of these 4. twos there. Ah, pair of twos possible here. This one gets to be a 3. And we end up with twos all of those spots. One of these. One of these is a 2. And we're wide open up here as well. All right. Threes. One of these two is a 3. Got a 3 in one of these two spots. 3 spots for 3 here. Like that's it. 4s. Okay, a couple of possibilities. 3 places for 4 free here. Oh, this one is to be a 4, so we got to solve there. One of these two is a 4. 3 possibilities here. 4 there. 2 possibilities here. Okay, for 5. So we get a couple of possibilities for 5 here. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 2 down here. And hey, that makes a 2, 5 pair for the square. So I felt it all here. One of these 3 is going to be a 5, and no help here. 6s. Well, we got 2 possibilities. Not there, there. 3 possibilities here and here. 4 possibilities here. Up here. All right, let's look at 7s. 3 possibilities for a 7 there. 4 here. 3 here. 5 here. 3 here. 3 here. Okay. 8s. 1 8 there. One of these. Nope. 2 is going to be an 8. Down here we've got 4 possibilities. One of these 2's. Oh, that's going to be an 8 there. One of these 2 will be an 8. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. But 9. We got 9 going in there. One of these 2 will be a 9. I got 3 possibilities there. 3 possibilities here. 2 here. Actually, I take it back. That's going to be a 9. Not that. So we've got 4 possibilities here, 3 here, and 3 here. No, 1, 3, that's going to be a 9. That's going to be a 9. So one of these 2 is going to be a 9. All right. See if we tidied or brought anything else into play. Still have 4 possibilities for 1 here. One of these 2 is now going to open. The other is going to be a 6. Yes, 6. One of these 2 is a 6. Over here, one of these 3's 1, 2, 3. One of these 3 is a 4, 5, 6, and one of these 3 will be a 7. Okay. Not as useful as I'd have hoped. So now I have 2 possibilities for a 7 here. Let's see. 3 possibilities for a 1 here. 3 here. 3 here. Okay. 2 possibilities for 2 there. 3 is a given, 4 is a given. 5 comes here, that makes this into a 7, 8, and 9. Put down 3 possibilities for 1. These 2 for 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 possibilities for 6. Okay. Three possibilities for 1. Everything's open for 2s at the moment. 3 and 4 on the board. 3 possibilities for 5. 6, 7. 2 possibilities for an 8 and a 9. So 1s. 2s get gunking up the works. Or can do that, or they'll try that if they can. All right. 1s. All over 2. And these 3 is going to be a 2, 3. 4 is going to be up for half here. And these 2 is a 4. 3 down, possibilities down here. That's not near. One of these 3 is going to be a 4. I missed. Okay. Right there. One of these 2 is going to be a 5. Right there. One of these 3 is going to be a 5. 6. 3 possibilities. 7. 4 possibilities for 8. 9. Given. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's learn through that again. 1s, 2, 3s, that can't be 3, 4, 5. 6 is going to have to be down here. 7. This is the only 8. So that can't be an 8 now. Still too many places for 1s and 6s. And now just 2 places for 3 here. All right. The missing number here looks to be a 2. That's going to be a 2. That's going to be a 4. Now I've got 3 possibilities for 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 possibilities for 7. 2 for an 8. Okay. Still 3 possibilities up here for an 8. That can't be a 1, so one of these is going to be a 1. Looks like I've now got two places so I can put a 2 there. 3, we get 3 places for 4. Oh wait, no, 2 places for 4. That can't be a 4, and this says this can't be a 4. This one already blocked out these 3. 5, 6. One of these 3 is a 7. Haven't locked that. I haven't locked that in, but I do see that one of these 2 is now a 7. And 8 fit these 3 squares. So I can't lock that into an 8 yet, or that one. Um, 3 possibilities for 1, 2, or 2, and 3 possibilities for 6. Okay. One of these 3 is going to be a 3. One of these is 2 is going to be a 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. So now we're down to 2 places for 1. And that locks in that. That means one of these 2 is a 1. One of these 2 is a 1. That means this is going to be a 6. And not that, so that's a 6. That becomes a 4, a 5 here. Not there. Maybe a 5 there. But we did lock in some of the other stuff down here. We get one of those 2's being a 4. We have 6 here. Still 3 possibilities for 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 possibilities for 7, 4, or 2, 4, and 8. We get anything useful out of that down here? Since I got a 1, 2 pair up here, this becomes a 6, this becomes a 1. This is not going to be a 1 here. Actually, this is not going to be a 1. That's going to be a can't be a 3. That is going to be a 1 here. These 2 are not. These 2 are going to be essentially a 3, so that's not a 3. That's a 3. Not a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. That means, okay, that's a 6. One of these 2 is a 6. This becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of these 2 is a 7. So not a 7 here. That's a 7. That's a 4. Now I've got 3 possibilities for 2, 3, 4, 3 possibilities for 5. Okay. How about down here? These 2 possibilities for 5. 4 options for 1. 2 for 2. 2 for 3. 2 for possibilities for 4. 5 given or marked. 6s. And that's going to be these two. 7s. 8 is going to be either this one or this one. And one of these two is a 9. That lock in the 3 and 4 here. Let's run through that again. We've got one of these two is going to be a 3. Can't be down here. Oh, no, 1s. We get 3 possibilities for 1 here. 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. Yeah, if it weren't for the 1s, these would be a 9. One of these two is a 1. Get a 1 here, so that's not, that is. This becomes a 2 because it can't be an 8 because of this one. That turns this into an 8, and there's that one. Down here we get a 7. No, we don't get a 7. Oh, wonderful. Actually, it's not so much that as that no longer gets. Oh, that's a 7. So we got other things mucked up here. One of this one's going to be either 1 or 4. This is going to be a 7. Making this a 4. Nope, that's not a 4 either. Okay, we get to start over. And I'm going to do a flood fill this time. Don't like doing flood fills, but at least we'll have everything that could be every digit in here on the board. If I do it right. And yes, it's a bad form to go through and seeming randomly put squares to populate. These is a 2. Three there, so one of these 3 is a 3, 2 is a 3, one of these 2 is a 3, and I get a 3 here. That we can do the single do without having to flood the entire square. Where we have a actual solve for something. One of these two is a 4, so I can clean up these 3. No, this is potentially a 4. Actually, no, it's not. Because one of these two has to be a 4. Can't be this one. These two say these 3 can't be 4, so it's going to be one of those 2. Those 4 is a 4. One of these 4, the 3 is 4. One of these 2 is a 5. So not a 1 here. Now these 3 is a 5. 4 possibilities up here. 2 here. 3 possibilities here. 2 possibilities for 6 there. 4 possibilities for 6 here. 4 possibilities for 6 there. 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. 4 here. And that 6 is on the board, I believe. Maybe we'll be going back and changing some of those. I hope we will. Because that's a lot of stuff that obviously isn't going to be the winning numbers. But we're getting everything marked. And kind of almost done, aren't we? Like all of the 8s are on board now. 9s, that's going to be a 9. One of these 2 is a 9. One of these 2 is a 9. Take that back. Not one of these 2. This one's a 9. This one's a 9. That's that into a 9. One of these 2 is a 9. And I believe that's everything. Let's validate the 4 here. We got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yes, that's a 4. That can't be. Not a 4 in these now. Yeah, 2 possibilities for a 4 there. Here we got a standalone, looks like a standalone 8. Again, do the validation. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 5, 6, 7, and 9. So yes, that is an 8. Clean out some of these other possibilities. That becomes an 8. We'll get back to that as well. Neither of those will be an 8, but down 2 possibilities here. But it also means, since this can't be a 2, that's a 4, that's a 2. Not a 2 here. And that means, okay, yep, one of these 3 is going to be a 2. Here we got one of these 2 is a 2. Not one of those is 6. Any of one of those could be a 6. We've got a single place for 5 up here, so that's a 5. And we can clear these 2 of possibility of being 5. We got 2 possibilities here, 3 over here. All right, 2, 3 possibilities for 5 there. Down here we've got 2 possibilities. We've got a 5, 2 pair here, so not a 6. And that means not a 6 there. There's one of these 2 is a 6. One of these 2 is a 1, so not a 1 in these. We got a 1, 6, 1, 6, 4, 1, 6, 2, 1, 6, 2. Not locking it down enough. Oh, 1, 6, 1, 6. So this becomes a 3. This becomes a 7. So clean out these 7s. Clean out that 3 here. Don't have 9s up in either of these. Did I have, I was looking, I thought I had something else. Checking. Oh, hey, neither of these get to be a 7 now, so that's a 7. This doesn't become a 7 anymore, nor does that. Um, and this becomes, no, this becomes not a 4, so that's a 4. And I didn't notice that earlier when I earmarked those two as 4s. My bad. All right. So we've got a pair of possibilities for a 4th there. Means that's not a 4. These are also not 1s. That leaves this one to be a 4 here. Okay, let's see. Do I have any more to clean out? Yes, but ooh, hey, no, 1 and 6, 1, 6, 1, 6. So 7 up here, not in these two spots. One of these two will be a 7. One of these two is a 7. These two is a 7. All right. 1, 4, 1, 4, 9, 3, 8, 9, 6, 3, 8, 6. 1, 3, 1, 8, 9, 9, 3. That's an awkward collection, but it's within the limits. Okay. 1, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8, 1, 2, 6, 1, 6, 1, 2, 6, 8. Only 4 in the column. No, 4. Yeah, both of these could be a 4 down here. But this can't be a 4 here. All right. And yes, I'm occasionally oblivious to some of the things that I'm supposed to be seeing, right? Here we go. 2 possibilities to a 7. 2 possibilities to 7. Wow. And I think we're going to have to start doing some random seeding. Let's start down here. I make this a 1, this becomes a 6, this becomes a 1, this becomes a 6, this becomes a 7, 6 over here, 1 here, not a 1, not a 1. Not a 6 in those two. 5, 2, 5, 2, so that becomes a 7, not a 7. I've got a 1, 8 here now. Ooh, 5, 2, 5, 2. So this becomes a 1, 3, and 6. 8 here. 9, 1 here. Okay. Not a 1, not a 1. 5, 2, 5, 2 makes this into the 8. That makes this a 2. This becomes a 5 and a 2 here. 5 and a 2 here. And this now becomes a 5. And we get a 5 here, not a 5 here. 1 and 8 there, not a 1 in these. Not an 8 here either. 1 here, 8 here. 4 here, 1 here. And I believe, yep, we got a 9 here. That makes this into a 3. Let's see, 7 here, not here. And this becomes a 6, so 2, 6 here, not a 6 here. 4 here, 2 here. Hey, 30 minutes and 44 seconds to solve this, and I have to do a complete restart. How did you do? I hope you did better than that. It's a fine way to start a weekend, I guess, huh? All right, I will be posting an easy puzzle tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's going to be fast. I spent almost 30 minutes on an easy puzzle in the past, so sometimes the easy doesn't necessarily imply that what I'm thinking is easy is correct. In any case, we will hopefully see you tomorrow. I want to say thanks to everybody for joining in, and let's do our best to be good. Take care.